My name is Wesley Alexander. I'm the CEO of CoBiz Richmond. It's a co-working space, meeting space, event space, as well as a business incubator that's here to help create an infrastructure of wellness for us entrepreneurially, professionally, and personally. If you're a young adult, if you're an elder, a working professional, someone trying to figure out their way, this is the space to come to. It's open 24/7. We're just trying to create that hub, create that embassy so that we can take our ideas, bring them to life. If we already have something going, multiply it, and really create that social capital that allows us to win. We've been in existence since November 2019, right before the pandemic, so we've been fighting hard to keep these doors open so that this could be a resource, not just for Richmond, but for wherever we are, as we're literally footsteps away from the Capitol Corridor, Amtrak, BART, the ferry. So it's a nice central place for us to reconvene as a people and get access to expertise, resources, space. We had to, in many ways, had to pivot, right? Had to reinvent ourselves, figure out how can we support the organizations, the businesses, the stakeholders that are serving the community, establish that trust, establish that brand. Had to be very on point when it comes to the finances, figuring out what we can cut, how we can stretch the dollars so that we can keep the doors open, but also maintain a high quality of service. Apply to different grants. Once we discover these different grants, these different resources, share it with the community as well. Help people as they were applying for, let's say, SBA funds that got rejected, let them know that there are ways to appeal of rejection. Just really being a space of, I guess you could say, empowerment. So I'm mentioning that because people rock with us because they trust us. They believe in what we're doing. If they didn't, our doors probably would have closed at the end of 2021. So we're just trying to move in purpose and trying to be a model in communities that are traditionally underserved or marginalized, that this is a framework for us to be able to move the needle in terms of taking our things to the next level. Our businesses, our nonprofits, our creative endeavors, whatever we're passionate about. A range of stuff. So I had a business incubator. I do have a business incubator called Strategize First through my business called Promise and Potential. I also previously was an FBI agent because I also want to know I want to know how to build as well as to protect, right? They go hand in hand. You got to know how things work. I also work with quite a bit of Fortune 60 ventures in terms of in the technology space. So I can kind of, once again, know how things work so I can share that information with those who are trying to build things. So I'm just passionate about making things happen. I've been on a journey of knowing how things work so that we can be in a better position. Probably when I was 7 or so, I just realized what time it is. I don't know how to explain it, but you're watching these documentaries and you're seeing holes being put on us and water and all kind of nonsense, right? Dogs. And I just didn't want to be, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I didn't want to be having that conversation when I'm like 90 years old and nothing has changed. So I just want to do something about it. And CoBiz is just another example, another extension of what I've been doing. Wherever I go, wherever I've been trying to empower us to really own our opportunities so that we can make a change, not just for ourselves, but for our families and our communities. It's not enough for me to be the only king in the castle, right? We need to be at a table full of kings and queens so that people have to respect what we have to offer, what we do, how we move as a unit, as a collective, I should say. So that's my motivation, I guess you can say. I have been following as best as I can in terms of understand that one, our folks need to understand how does it work, right? We need to go off of the facts, not our opinions. So there's so many sound bites out there that people get caught up on and they're not doing their homework and they're making literally life impacting decisions based on a sound bite. No, let's understand the nuances, right? Figure out how can we get our communities to rally around this endeavor so that it can come to fruition. And you never know how what happens here in California may impact the rest of the country. So this will encourage folks to reach out to those who've been on the ground, ask them questions, and then figure out how you can support them so that this doesn't become a pie in the sky type of situation, but something that actually comes to life. CoBiz is a space for any type of organization, especially those moving in purpose, whether you're a for-profit, non-profit. We have the infrastructure in terms of open space to work. We have private offices. We have the meeting spaces. We have opportunity to host communal events, to have celebrations, to host milestones, to do public forums. So, and additionally, it's open 24/7. So I don't see any reason why an agency like that couldn't thrive here, couldn't be able to do the outreach, to be able to be in a professional environment where they can essentially scale and grow and have the impact that they look to have. That's what CoBiz is all about. It's CoBiz, community and business. It's about really moving in purpose so that we can have wellness when it comes down to it. You can't just be well economically but not be well in your personal endeavors, right? We're trying to bring those two worlds together. Yeah, I mean, we do, for example, we partner with the Moyo Institute, a wonderful elder who does lunchtime meditations with us so that people in person can do the meditation, but we also stream it live through our Instagram and Facebook so that if you're, having a rough day, lunch 12:30 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, do a quick little meditation. But we also do wellness pop-ups where we bring in, could be a yoga practitioner or someone that does stepping or whatever discipline that people do, and give the community a chance to have generally access to resources that haven't necessarily been in downtown Richmond, as an example. With that said, we're looking to partner with anyone that's going to be on point in terms of follow through, that has something that can add value to the ecosystem, and more importantly, we want people to patronize those that come into the space. We're not looking to be extractive. We want to make sure that people are able to pour back into those who are serving. And so from a wellness standpoint, it's a whole circular I guess you can say, animal in many ways. So that's some of the things that we do here at CoBiz in terms of that level. Additionally, we also run a business incubator where we meet one-on-one with stakeholders and understand what's your idea, where you at with your business, and basically help them craft a roadmap to go from where they were at to where they want to go. So that's also part of wellness, because a lot of times we don't have support, or we don't have people who are pouring into us just because they want to see us win. And I'll answer that simply. This is a resource where the council can leverage for doing quite a bit of outreach to the community, as well as sharing the information in terms of the legislation or the developments within the city that could be impactful to the people. That's what the space is for. It's open 24/7, so whether there are initiatives that need to be communicated during the day or after the hours to accommodate their stakeholders, that's what this resource is here for. And we just want to encourage all our stakeholders to support CoBiz and the downtown corridor as best as possible. This is where it's very rich. This is where it's a diversely rich area where we can help minimize gentrification by pouring into this community, and it's going to take a collective effort. So we got CoBiz on the website, www.cobizrichmond.com. You can also go to our handles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube at CoBiz Richmond. So that's CoBizRichmond. And we look forward to connecting anyone who's looking to build.